We're back. Yo, spring break is over and everybody's back. We're all alive.
Yeah.
What? It's RodthePlanterLIVE. I am the aforementioned RodthePlanter. I'm here to hang out with you guys this evening time, man. This is a whole different feel, whole different vibe here at night. But I got a jam-packed show for you guys. We've been out on the street the last couple episodes, going ham for South by, learned some crazy things, had some good times out there. But now we settled back down. We're back in the Nebuchadnezzar Academy here. We're back in the office, and we're gonna teach a little bit about some things, man. I'm gonna hit all three of y'all's essences, man: spirit, mind, and body today. We're gonna talk about some ways that we can control our state all the time, man. Be happy no matter what, whether or not our boss is getting on our nerves or our relationships aren't working the way we want to. But I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about how you can just be Teflon Don out here, and not really be caught up in all that. There's a lot of inputs out here, guys. A lot of people trying to tell you which way you go, who you should be, who you shouldn't be. We're gonna talk a little bit about a sociology term. It's called labeling theory. You guys, it's not even a sociology term. This ain't science. Labeling theory is what we do to each other every day. You ever hear people call you like a liar, or somebody gets labeled a cheater or something like that? Lance Armstrong, perfect example, right? Great athlete, amazing. Everybody hailed him and praised him as being one of the greatest and inspirational. But the one time he made that mistake of, whatever, he doped up, and we all made our judgments on him, then he was labeled a cheater. And you see how the perception of him changed completely. Some people held tough, I appreciate those people. Like I said, this is the show for conscious living, for the common man. So I'm going to teach you guys about that, about being stoic in your decisions on your perceptions of the world, your perceptions of each other. And then this is going to create a really, a shield, man. It's a shield, dude. I'm going to teach y'all how to use label theory for yourself, as a weapon against other people, how to deflect all their labels and use it as a powerful tool to shape who you are and who you want to be. That's going to be great. So like I said, we're talking about labeling theory, and then a lot about what Rod the Planter does and why we're so important. Talk about social conditioning. What up, Insta? Hope y'all are enjoying. I got live on Instagram and Facebook tonight, guys. But either way, we're going to talk about social conditioning. And we've talked about it before on the show, but we're going to talk about it a little more in depth about what it is and how it's working with this thing, labeling theory, to create what you are in the world, and how that can sometimes be conflicting with who you want to be in the world. Social conditioning is everything you are, essentially. When we're born, we have this gigantic computer in our head. It's just this blank slate of pure creativity and imagination. It can solve any problem. It can create anything, do anything. And it's just sitting there waiting to be molded and shaped, right? We always talk about children and how it's so important, those early years of development. And the reason it's so important is because those ideas that are planted right there at such an early age, they're going to grow. We talk about seeds all the time. They're going to grow, and whether or not they grow in a positive or negative direction kind of falls into that social bond theory and social control. But we're going to talk about it in that light. Again, of course, I'm going to tell you how to flip it on its motherfucking head and use it to build a business or create an awesome community like we're doing here at Rod the Planter, and also RTP Productions now. Hey, we're always doing stuff, guys. I'm running marketing plans for businesses now, artists as well. Just, having a good time, man, doing things that we love to do, interacting with people and sharing our gifts and talents with them, and then in return ours, them sharing theirs with us. And it's been beautiful, man. We had a great time out at fucking South by. Met so many new people. Shout out to the Fishermen. It's a group out of San Antonio. They are amazingly good, man. We saw them at the Spring Sprawl. Really? They just jammed it. Great, man. I got to talk to their lead singer, Edwin, and he's a really talented guy and really smart, man. Really smart. We blew my mind with some conversation right there in the middle of the bar. We had a great time, man. But I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about that idea of we'll talk about the spirit part a little bit later. Pull it out to the, let me introduce the whole crew, man. I've been talking about myself. Came in on the close-up today. Rodtheplanter, hey, what's up, nighttime? Shout out whoever's here, man. You know, give me a shout out. I appreciate you guys coming and spending some time with me. It's your evening, you know.
Shane Nondescript says, plant the party seed, get to Ibiza.
Yeah, oh, hey. No, for real, Ibiza. We talked about Ibiza so many times already, and you've already planted that seed in my head. So we'll definitely get out there and do some things. I mean, dude, I'm promoting now, and I'm setting up a tour. My tour is going to be EDM based, you know. I had this great idea, guys, that I'm going to do storytelling. You know, if you've ever listened to hardstyle, I don't know if anybody's hardstylers out there, but you might have heard this idea of, but I'm going to spread my message. I don't want to give too much away because we're planning out this secret show in April for the release of my new group and for the release of the Sith Assassins album, Dark Side EP. So we're gonna do this really awesome party for that. So I don't want to tell too much, but I have a set, man. I'm gonna do this really cool set where I'm gonna tell some stories and get really interactive with the crowd with some music to the background and stuff. So it's gonna be sick, man. And hopefully start headlining these RTP production shows, man. But what up? I got the squad back in the office as well. My fucking squad right here. Team level Thundercats. Yo, we got young Marcus right here. So what's up? You know who that is. That's my bro, Ollie Manifesto. And my lovely, beautiful wifey, Jessica. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Me and her had a great idea. We're gonna do this really awesome project coming soon, guys. So just keep vibing with us, man. I hope that we can keep adding some value to you guys' life. You know, teaching you things we're learning out in the street. Of course, as always, this is meant to be a guideline for people. You know, to watch the come up. You know, you won't have to watch and look back at me when I'm successful, or look and try and study my story. Will be laid out for everybody, right? And you'll be able to see how I did these things. And I'm going to teach you about how we did them along the way. You know, I see people all the time and they're like, man, I see you doing big things. And I'm like, cool, I hope you're like, you know, coming along, man. You know, I'm giving out clues along the way. I'm teaching people, I'm writing down. I mean, that's my whole job, is to just show people how this can be not as hard or trumped up as it seems to be, man. When you start peeling back the layers of these labels or these societies and systems, you start to realize that you can navigate through this world a lot faster and a lot easier than a lot of people do, man. You know, I see so much frustration in people in their daily lives and their relationships and interactions with each other, their businesses, you know, about whether or not they're growing at the rate they want them to or not. And either way, I just see a lot of people stressed, man, is a good word. You know, Tony Robbins calls all those things suffering, you know, states of suffering. So, like I said, we're going to talk about how to keep that beautiful state and why it's so necessary, man, and why this stuff is so easy. You know, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I don't have unlimited resources, but I am good at finding the answer, finding the thing that I need. And the only way that I'm able to do that is by that stupid, cliche, whatever the hell you want to call it, millionaire mindset is what it really is, of that I just don't give up, man. When the problem is presented to me, I just keep banging on it from every single freaking angle, and I never get frustrated. I never get tired. I get frustrated. No, that's not true. I get frustrated. And I get upset sometimes. I get real snappy. I get real Steve Jobsy in here sometimes. I can't help it. He's one of my idols, man. And it just comes from that. It just comes from this just obsession with wanting to be the best, you know, and amazing, and to create something in this world that people can just hold on to and enjoy forever, man, and to just get some kind of real inspiration and joy from in their lives, I guess, you know. It's a dark world out there if you let it be. So I appreciate you guys coming here and spreading the love with us and getting some love and just, you know, learning along the way too. So, hey, one real quick, squad, team level Thundercats, tell them something you learned at South by, man. Tell them something you learned.
You pointed at both of us.
I don't care. One of you. Ollie will go first, you know, because Ollie drops the thing.
Yo, so one of the things I learned was when you're first meeting someone new that you don't know too well and you want to invite them somewhere to eat, the Russian restaurant downtown, as amazing as I personally think it is, might not be the best place to go eat with them because there's a lot of things that they might not recognize, might not be familiar, and really, when you take someone that far out of their comfort zone, it's hard to be able to relate with them on like a really good level. Like it just starts to get weird. But shouts out to Elvis Brown for sticking it out and still doing the interview with me. I love y'all. Y'all look great, and I enjoy every minute of our time together. Also, for everyone at the Russia House for being so patient with all of us and our misunderstandings, y'all were fucking dope as well. And I'll definitely be coming back there myself and with more tried and true friends.
There you go. Hey,
Yes.
bring me. You know, I want to talk about that real quick, man. I've been meeting some characters out here, and they're about their personalities, and so am I. You know, like we talked about this label theory, man. You should be whatever you want to be out here in this world, right? And it's hard to because we talk about the social perception of what everybody's gonna think, right? Or the people that we're letting down. You know, those are hard. So what I'm trying to say is when you choose your label, be willing to stand behind it, but also be willing to assimilate that into other little groups, right? You can't just, I always use the analogy about Cyclops, right? You know, and y'all have heard me say this, you can't just go around without glasses and just raw shining on everybody all the time, you know. We need some divas out here is what we're trying to say, and you guys got to calm that down, right? You got to assimilate into a business environment sometimes, into meeting environments, and you got to know how to control yourself in those different situations, right? Not change yourself, but control yourself. You know, I don't show up to a lot of business meetings in those suit and ties, right? It's just not my style. I just don't think that really says a lot about who I am as a person. I just be wearing all black now, really. But, you know, I back that up with my articulation and my thoughts and my ideas and my well thought out plans and strategies. You know, people see me and they're like, you know, this guy knows his shit at least. You know, he might not look like me, but he knows his shit. And so that's why we always talk about all three, right? If you have a lot of spirit and you have a lot of passion, but you're not doing a lot of study behind that, you know, the mind part and the development behind it, you know, it's going to be hard to attach these labels to yourself. To say, I'm a star, or I'm a professional. That's a great one. You know, I hear people out here, I'm a professional, whatever. Professional promoter, professional artist, professional truck driver. But when you attach that label professional, especially if it's self-attached, it should mean something. It should be professionalism, right? In all of that, not just swag spirity out, you know. So you gotta have a combination of all those, balance. We talk about it, guys. But nonetheless, what'd you learn?
I learned that, well, it's more like an ongoing lesson than anything else, which is that people are not as open-minded as they think that they are.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We were out there, we saw the guy, I can't remember his name, but everybody voted for him to be mayor of Austin. Was it like 2 years ago? The homeless meth head guy.
So we found out that's not him. He died. Sorry.
Totally different guy?
Totally dude died, but somebody seeing an opportunity.
Hey,
to
new
pick
guy.
up a new guy to spread the same message. But anyways, tell me
But
about
yeah,
that.
like, so there's this guy. If you're in Austin, you might know him if you frequent the 6th Street downtown area, but he walks around half naked, or well, more than half, almost naked completely most of the time.
He looks
Crazy
like all
hair,
that.
crazy beard, you know, and he's always like dancing around and beat bopping and all jiggity, yeah. And he's like, yeah, and he's like yelling at people, I love you and I love you. Everybody thinks he's like whacked out on
That's how he
drugs.
He's
That,
like,
you know, he might actually be on drugs, but he's
not.
definitely not dumb. He's
not.
definitely not somebody that, because people get a lot of amusement out of him, which is good. I feel like that's one reason that he's out there
He's not doing
for.
drugs when he doesn't ask for money, though. He will have.
He doesn't do anything. Let me tell you something
He's
about
got a sign that says "Forgive yourself."
So this is what we're talking about. We stopped and studied this man, okay? In the middle of all this busyness going on, and trust me, there's plenty of people who came by with a camera, right? And they're like, oh, we're watching him. You know, this is social perception at work. We're watching these people like, oh, I bet you, you know, like, it was a prank, you know, get with the crazy meth head guy. But I'm watching this dude from afar, and I'm like, man, fucking respect, motherfucking respect. This man man was so much more effective at spreading this message that I'm trying to spread than I could ever be. Well, at least right now, anyways. I mean, talking about immediate impact, right? So to just be able to jump in and boom, put this perception out there. I mean, his sign says, "Forgive yourself." You know, and the whole time he really just spreads love. He tells people love themselves, I love you, you know, but he acts really crazy. He wears like a thong and stuff and hides it, and so he looks naked. It's a show. It's a show. And I watch people walk by over and over and just totally, completely miss that it's a show. They really thought that man was that thing for what? He didn't even attach a label to himself. He said nothing about what his act was about or anything or why he was out there running around with a sign. Now, it was easy. Trust me, it was easy to just quickly judge and be like, hey, that dude's fucking crackheaded out or something. But you know what? He was out here spreading a positive message and trying to get people to understand that they can go out here and do and be whatever you want to be. Even sometimes if it is freaking crazy or you know, out of the ordinary. And like I said, that man probably has an Instagram that pops harder than mine does. You know, honestly, I mean, he's probably in more South by Southwest tags than any artist and any other of these other dudes who trying to throw these labels on Gucci. I see him. Hey, you want to see? I learned how to fake you, spot you fakes out there. It's in the shoes. It's always in the shoes. Y'all be having the flyest shit on, right? And then you have like buster shoes. And then maybe like if it was like me and my squad, like I'd have the nice shoes, but then the other rest of the squad be running around in like, I don't know, old running Nike shoes. And so my point is, I'm like, why y'all out here stunting like that? Why y'all even pretending? You know, why are you trying to pretend like you're something you're not? Why not just grind into the thing you want to be? Like my squad's out here, we ain't pretend to be nothing. But we do represent ourselves as what, hello, my name is Sherrod Sloan, I'm a life coach. I am, you know. No, I don't have 30,000 followers. No, you know, I don't have rich clothes or I don't drive a Ferrari. You know, my squad runs only this 4 deep.
My necklace is made out of beads instead of gold.
What? But yes, I can coach. Yes, I can teach people about, you know, life and love, relationships, how to build a business, how to stay centered and grounded through all that mess. You know, life, I'm telling you, dude, it's like crashes and waves of craziness, and you gotta stay centered. We're gonna talk about that at the end, though. Anyways. Vibing, guys. I'm having a good time. Alright, I gotta pull off some of this stuff down the board. Some of my plans, man. Y'all can't be here. I'm working on some big things for you, Mr. Chris Hartley. I hope you're on, man. Or I hope you catch this later. Working on some big things for you. Gonna make that thing pop, guys. If you need anything, well, you know what? I won't start pushing too hard till I get my mug and my cup and stuff, and I start showing you guys some of the products that he can work and do. He can essentially customize anything you want. Any award, any trophy, any t-shirt. I mean, he's gonna be, if I got the minds of the world, he has the physical. I'm telling you, we're gonna take over the world right in front of y'all's face. You didn't even see us coming. Didn't even see us coming. No, that's all I'm doing, guys. I'm just spreading what I think is my talent, you know, and it's providing resourcefulness. It's providing options, opportunities, strategies, whatever you want to call it, man. Just trying to help people get from where they are to where they want to be. Yeah. I'm going to teach about this whole idea between deviance and label theory. But I'm not going to be all fucking boring and shit about it. I'm going to tell you about this in the way that I think it kind of works in the world, or the best way I can describe the way it kind of works in the world. But the one thing is like deviance is with this word that kind of is associated with this labeling theory, right? And I find this deviance is an interesting word, right? Because what they mean is like deviant behavior, like ooh, boogity boogity. You know, people who break the law, essentially, or whatever the case may be. A certain society comes up with their rules and their ways. You know, we talked about them, their systems of the way they think everything should go and flow, whatever the case may be. People who are deviant of that, who decide to want to break those rules or bust out of those systems, you know, who don't want to sit still in class, or whoever, you know, whatever, I don't know, doesn't listen to the boss, who, all the way up to like lying, stealing, cheating, rape, you know, whatever. We got all kinds of stuff, like breaks the law. People who bust out of here. Anomalous. Deviance. But I started thinking about that. I'm like, man, deviance is such a broad spectrum of things. Like, things that are deviant to me may not be deviant to you or to your neighbor. You know, some people don't like the fact that I smoke weed. I mean, it's 2017 is the way I look at it. Everybody's about to be smoking weed here in about, you know, a year. But people don't like that, you know, and so they'll label me pothead, stoner, burnout, whatever. Old shit. We've all heard that shit. That's old stuff, though. You know, that's old ways of thinking. A lot of people are like, nah, I don't think that really no more. We all did. But do you, though? Do you? Because, I mean, I see you, and you may say that, but then when I walk in to try and get a job, y'all be like, oh, no, you know, you want to drug test me and stuff, or ask me about, you know, whether or not I smoke, piss test me for marijuana. You know, it's interesting that we still have this idea that stoners aren't achievers, right? We don't relate that to, you know, if you smoke weed, you're not usually relating that person to a high achiever. I don't know where we get this perception. Hell, I don't know where we get a lot of perceptions that we have to sit down and munch and, you know, just sit on the couch and be stoned and be like, hey man, why can't you just, you know, work on your business right now? Oh man, I'm just so stoned, man. I gotta sit down. Dude, I stay stoned every day, man. I do stuff all the time. I build businesses like left and right. It helps my creativity, it helps my flow. Helps my flow.
Use it.
Sit down. No. But honestly, so this idea of deviance, really it comes down to anything like that. People who deviate from the norm, from the plan, right? And these ideas, they can come in big and small packages, all the way down to, you know, what Trump thinks America should deem, you know, deviant behavior, all the way down to, you know, like I said, the homes on the block, you know, that they don't give a fuck. You know, it's whatever. It's, you know, dog eat dog out there. I get to you before you get to me. Whatever. You know? And in those social circles, we all have that acceptable behavior. You know? And here's you. You're all happy. Yeah, I'm a happy person. Woo. But around here, you know, is in those circles. Let me tell y'all something. We're going to talk about circles. And one thing I just cannot freaking stand when I hear people say that, I keep my circles small. I keep my circle tight or something like that. You know what that tells me off the get, like right off the rip? You're not trustworthy. Or like people don't fucks with you is what you're saying. Because you know what I keep my circle? Quality. How much quality? As much quality as I can fit. People who are of quality and fit into my life, then that's who I keep around. But the people who are not of that quality, who do not fit into my life and my values, my ideas, they don't fall into that, right? But my quantity of people is never really a factor for me because I want to increase my quantity of people, right? I want to meet as many awesome people as I can out there. But we got to have a process or a way to kind of get those people who don't align out of there, okay? This circle is so powerful. Remember what we talked about with social conditioning? I mean, like right here, if there was like a king daddy big dick player of this whole, circle right here, who would you guess it is? If somebody like controlled pretty much all the things you think about yourself and about the way you evaluate the world and think through decisions, because all these people shape you, right? The people that you spent the most time with, and now this circle has changed from time to time, hasn't it? You know, we've migrated circles. Hell, some of us have even migrated way out there into a whole new circle. But we're always somewhere in the middle of it, and we're always shaped and defined by every single thing in person in here, right? Relationships. Here go your crazy ex-girlfriend right here, right? And she had some kind of perception or effect on you, right? So. Okay, sorry, I had to look over my notes, guys. I'm trying to talk. So, the king dick big daddy player of this group, though, that we're talking about is parents. It's your parents, right? And everybody loves to blame their parents for all their fucking shitty problems. They're like, oh, my mom didn't teach me how to do that. Oh, well, my dad wasn't there. Oh, well, now they have some, I mean, this is true, right? We see this in every day when you're missing one of these key influences, right? It's hard because you're missing an entire shaping factor of what this whole little boy is supposed to be. You know, I love my sociology teacher. He laid it out flat and simple. He's right, you know. Until we start growing, you know, these, like the Matrix, you know, or whatever, until we start manufacturing children, you have to create it with both, you know, man and woman. They have to be both. So it would only be natural that both influences. Now, I'm not going to say you actually have to have a man and a woman to raise a child. That's silly. But to have dual influences would make sense. And to have a motherly influence, a nurturing influence, and a more masculine influence as well. You know, somebody who can teach them, I don't know, whatever the hell masculine people. No. Mentorship, though, and guidance, you know, and structure and discipline and the things that men are usually designed to do and teach, right? So, either way, we migrate to these little circles and they can shape who we are, right? Well, there's one thing about these circles is, and one thing everybody knows, right, is I come from a small town. Okay, that's a perfect example. I come from San Angelo, Texas. What up, San Angelo? If any of my San Angeloans are out there hanging, if you're not making that city work for you, you need to work your way up out that motherfucking city. Hey, I'm telling you, there's a big world out here. I ain't seen enough of it either, but I'm going to grab more and y'all should too. Nonetheless, it's one of those cities you can get really sucked in and absorbed into it. And I just wasn't personally particularly happy there. Not to say that people don't go on to live happy and productive lives in San Angelo, Texas, but I am one of those deviant mofos. I was like, like I didn't want to be constricted by the tininess of it, you know? Like I said, I wanted always new experiences and new opportunities. You ever heard about busting your bubble, right? About breaking this bubble? And it's so important, guys. That's what I'm saying. They talk about the number and the strength of these bonds that you make in these little circles are everything you are. They're your personality now, tomorrow, yesterday. The labels that y'all associate with each other in these little groups are you now, tomorrow, yesterday, last year. You know where I'm going with this, guys. You have got to start eliminating the bloodsuckers from these little groups, right? These people who are just negative energy suckers. It's so much of the reason why I'm starting this RodtheplanterLIVE community, because I was so tired of hanging out. Maybe not just, wasn't always people who were bringing me down. That wasn't actually the problem, because I'm a shining, bright, shiny star, you know? So I always had the real great ability to really influence this whole circle around me positively, rather than having it influence me negatively. And that's because I learned kind of a younger age to use label theory to my advantage, right? To tell myself who I wanted to be. All the time. Been telling myself since I was 13, millionaire. You are going to be a millionaire, Sherrod. How do you know? How do you, but how? How do you know? Don't care. Don't need to know right now. I'm 13, but I need to know that I'm going to tell myself I'm going to do that. That's something I'm going to do. How about this? No, well, why don't you just come over here and just, hang. Just chill. You guys can go. Next. Why? Is there something wrong with you? No. It's just now that I realize you belong in this other circle that I used to belong in, but now I'm growing, right? My circles are growing. Who I am as a person starts to grow. And you got to start outgrowing some of those circles, guys. I love to make my own circles green. Start separating your circle. Maybe your circle get real big over here. You can still associate, You can still chill with these people. I'm not saying you got to kick everybody out your life. That's another thing. Don't go off and start shaking. You are something to those people in your life, and those people are something to you. I always tell people, don't live for who you used to be or who you're going to be, but, live and love each other for who you were, right? Because at one point in time, somewhere in time, beginning, you had something that was of great value to each other. It brought you joy. Whether it be a conversation, a little laugh, whatever, a date, a good one-night stand or something. I don't care what it is, but for one point in some time, appreciate each other for that moment. So don't go off and kick them all out. But if they're not growing, if they're not about this idea of growth, of like always continuously progressing, right? If people around you are excited about just being where they're at, like they're just like, oh, I got the night manager tag, I'm feeling like a boss. Let's go party this weekend. Let's go get all our fancy clothes on and go head out to the club and drink the bottles and stuff, and just so that we can what? Wealth versus income, guys. I mean, I can teach a whole class about that, and we do it to ourselves, you know, because we don't understand the difference. What time is it? How are we doing this? We can go like 15 minutes late. So.
Yeah.
Wealth versus income. If you're out there looking for like a good job, good paying job, in this day and age, I'm going to tell you, you're kind of already far behind. I hope that this job is something that has to do with your mind. Critical thinking, leadership. It's 2017. You got to stop, guys. Labor of your hands is so not worth anything. Maybe now in 2017 we can make something, you know, enough, but the middle class, the such thing is evaporating right in front of your eyes. And everybody's bitching to hold on to that. See? That's what this will do to you. You'll get sucked up into people who are bitching and holding on to the past because it worked for them, whatever, 2010. Over here in 1990. Here's a circle. You're like, oh yeah, the internet. Whoa, internet. No, but seriously, you have to always be thinking this thing of constant progression. You know what wealth is? That's financial freedom right there. That's I work if I really want to. It means I get to work on something I really want to do because I'm wealthy. It means my money makes my money. It means I don't have to do anything or produce anything if I don't, because I'm wealthy. There's a million ways to get to this wealth, but you can't get them both. You can't become wealthy and financially independent if you're always chasing a job. Okay? If you're not investing those incomes into something, putting it somewhere it can grow, trying to, we talk about reciprocating energy, letting it flow into the market, coming back, not on fucking shoes and things that are going to evaporate, but things that will build more of it over time. You can't hold on to the past. And if you are trying to hold on to the past, you can't come into my group, my Nebuchadnezzar Academy, because I'm not about that stuff. I'm about moving forward. Nebuchadnezzar Acad. That's me. And I'm creating this group of a bunch of like-minded mofos that can do some crazy, stupid, awesome things in here because they're always progressing. It's made up of people who are above me, people I can learn from and gain resources from, help, mentorship, mostly just helping me think through problems because I haven't been there yet. That's so valuable, guys. If you want to do something out here, just go find somebody who's doing it. It's so easy. That's why all these guys that hang out with me, because I teach them things every day about what it takes to build a business, what it takes from an emotional standpoint to weather the stress and the worry. Because it's risky. I don't know if this shit's going to work, but, we out here doing it anyways. It's courage, It's acting in spite of that fear. It's not about not having the fear. It's about controlling the fear. I told you, control is the answer. Controlling yourself, your thoughts, your decisions, your flow, controlling your circles. That's why I fucks with Oliver Manifest right here, because he's just full of positive energy. My brother, full of discipline, full of positive energy too. He's just not vibrant like me, but nonetheless, that's what I'm saying. So much to be learned and gathered from these people if they have something worth giving. But most people can't give you anything worth giving because a lot of them just are trying to suck or take or no place to give, right? And so you have to go out and seek these groups and these organizations, whatever you got to be, a mentor, your dad's dad. What's that guy? Robert Kawasaki, whatever. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is about that whole idea that his dad couldn't teach him anything about becoming wealthy. All his dad knew was about gaining income, so what did he do? He went to another dad. He migrated his groups, and he started hanging out with his buddy's dad, who was a successful guy and was doing businesses that he wanted to, and he just started hanging out in his buddy's garage. That's creating a mastermind with people who are making moves and being in the same energy that you are in. If people are in that tired energy, like that my wife's a bitch energy, that I'm good at HEB energy. You know that the one I've been selling people dreams to their face, been selling them opportunities. I'm like, yo, but you just gotta believe and you gotta plant a seed and you gotta grow with it. And it's not gonna come right now, and it might not come next week, but it's gonna come. And it will happen if you just consistently, keep growing this group. Keep meeting people who can get you up that ladder. Offering something, having something to give once you get there. Maybe you lie to get your way in the group, but once you get there, you start studying your ass off. Go watch a movie. Hey, man, any story is built of this whole idea, man. Pursuit of happiness. Yeah, the movie Will Smith was great. I was just watching it the other day. It makes me cry like 1 billion times every time because it's me. But it's tight. I'm sorry I get excited, guys, but it's serious, man. He shows up in that room in nothing, in just like dirt street clothes. It was like, sir, sorry, sir. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't got no excuses for this, okay? The world sucks, but that's not me, right? He said, those labels aren't me. These clothes aren't me. The fact that, my car broke down on the way over here and I got stopped, none of that is me. Those are things that happen to me along the way, but what I am is somebody who can help your company grow. What I am is somebody who can build this organization for you. And I'll learn from these guys down here, I'll teach those guys. I'll learn from those guys up here, and I'll teach those guys one day. And I'll learn out here. I'll go get a separate study group. And I'll learn from those guys, brokers out here. That's what I'm talking about, man, and that's what it takes, and it's just a decision. It's just a decision to say, I'm going over here. I'm going to get that, and I'm going to find those. Right? I'm going to learn from these people. I put it together. Come join it. Nebuchadnezzar Academy. It's for you, it's for me, it's for everybody. It's to learn from the people up here and also to learn from each other, to lift each other up, right? Because I told you all about this whole wealth versus, here go, people trying to fight for their job. Show them this, Ollie, right here. I'll show them somewhere. Here go people trying to fight for McDonald's right here. I'm sorry. Your hands, they are so close. I'm not trying to knock on y'all. I'm trying to help. They're so close to putting a machine right where you're standing. Just right there. Trust me, it's 2017. We're so close. We got computers building the machines building the computers. They're not what they're gonna need. And don't give me this shit. They're gonna need somebody to build no, they're not. No, we are not. I fucking won't. I told you, me and Chris Harley, we're going to get together. We're going to build the machines. The machines that build the machines, because I don't want to do that. I don't want you to have to do that. What I would like you to do is be able to profit and grow and sustain yourself off of the things you want to do. Not things you have to do. Not this stuff. You don't want to work. People don't like that shit. And if you did like it, you would have already progressed through the system. But we don't. We take what life labels us. You didn't graduate high school, so this is what you get. You get this. Just be happy. Just get on the bus. Just ride the bus on into work and just be happy that that's what you get. Sorry. Tough luck. No. Sorry, you got to be able to progress. I hate hearing these stories about, but they're shutting the factory down, man. The factory, bro. I've been there 40 years. 40 years on the line. I gave my heart and soul to that company. Now they're just kicking me out of my ass. 40 years? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you belong over here. Get out of my group. 40 years you just stood on the line? Just doing what? Watching the Super Bowl? What, you got you a boat, baby? Boat you don't even ride? You don't even take the boat out. Oh my God, I'm so sick and tired of seeing people with their stuff. You got cars, got rims, got stuff. Don't even know what to do with stuff. Just been working. You're one paycheck, like they say, fire you, you're fucked. Boom. Your whole life just, because you lost that job. You could have been here though. Here don't get wiped out by this. Wealthy don't get wiped out by that stuff. People in Nebuchadnezzar Academy, swerve. I done taught them how to double, triple, quadruple. Man, I'll take the smallest little Etsy store. I'll show them how to grow that market, grow their business, take their funds, invest them, then just live off of it. Hell, be a one-hitter quitter if you want to. Just make $100K off your first business, invest it. Dude, I got people on my Facebook now doing it. Dude, shout out Cody Cranston, man. We just met on the internet, but that dude's a boss, man. He does it right now. He does, I'm not gonna get into the system, but he sells like water, like real super energetic water, purified water. I don't know. I'm a basic kind of guy with my water. But nonetheless, he's also a Forex trader, and we kind of, pass ideas with that. But, he takes those profits that he makes in that, he don't even live off that shit. He just dumps it into his investments. And you say, well, why is that important? Because I just told you. These guys, they go away. You're not going to get more. You're not going to get 15, 16. That's going to go to the critical thinkers. And then so here's the middle class. And middle class be feeling like they're doing like a boss because they're making 50, 60K. You're so close to being that. Because we just talked about that. They're not going to even pay y'all to do that anymore. You have got to progress with time. And time is no longer about working with your hands. It's about working with your mind and your hands. It's about creating something. It's about developing your skills as a person, as a leader in your communities, in your organizations. Not just being somebody out here floating around, not making any impact. That's really worse than being the drain sucker. At least the drain sucker's standing out. He's deviating or doing something, but a lot of people just be floating out there. Like a school of fish. Turn left. Turn right. Turn left. No, but seriously. I'm trying to teach you how to deviate from that, right? Label yourself. I'm a deviator. I don't cheat and lie and steal because that's broke people shit. I don't do broke people shit. I do rich people shit. Rich people invest. Rich people invest. Why are you spending so much time hating on the 1% up here? You can easily be them. Stop trying to fight to stay down here. All of us. In anything. Stop talking about you made it because your business is right here. Just because you got, dude, so many people out here faking it. I mean, promoters out here, they ain't doing shit. For their clients, for the artists, for nothing. They ain't doing nothing for nobody. Just selling bullshit. I got 3,400 friends on Facebook, so I'm a promoter now. No, you're not. Promoters give people opportunities. You know what? First of all, straight up, they do their job. They promote shows. They get to the audience, to the fans. They engage with their audiences and their fans and make a community of people who do want to come party with them. Not just say, hey, I'm cool. You should just, those are people who get left behind. It's easy out here, guys, but first you got to start labeling yourself. And I'm going to wrap up in this because this is about my favorite part, man. This is about the thing that allows me to always not only fend off, negative influences and stuff in my circles that I found myself, systems, but also, like I said, to be able to shine backwards and to influence those. And to not just be floating around in them, but make them things that I like, Things that people around me always tend to be having a good time. It was like, man, the energy's great in here. Toastmasters, I love my Toastmasters guys, man. We just joined the Toastmasters group, and they love having me around. I love being in there. And they're like, oh, you're so energetic. They're like, I won most enthusiastic the other day. I felt good about that. I also got best speech though, my icebreaker speech. It was cool. I had some rusty spots sometimes, but nonetheless, it was fun. And energy is something that's free. You give it out, man, and it can really affect all the stuff in here. If you just start labeling, not only yourself this, but your situations, your groups, all this stuff more positively, finding ways to navigate your way up that little corporate ladder, not really, but no, up that wealthy ladder, the financial freedom is what's up here. If you like to work, then that's great, you still want this financial freedom, because like I said, you don't want to have to work, you don't want somebody to be able to just, oh, this thing right here, you need this, and they rip it and you are, devastated. Don't get left behind, guys. Keep always growing, keep finding other people like myself. Keep coming watching the RodtheplanterLIVE show. This stuff is important, man. I'm imprinting your subconscious with ideas and like I said, a passion, and it's going to get you excited, man. You're going to get to thinking. A lot of you have already. I see a lot of growth happening on my Facebook where I didn't see it before. People who peeked in on the show. Hey, do me a favor, guys. If you're going to come in, go ahead and give me a like, man. Smash the like button right now on that thing. Like it. Like that. It's important for us, as I'm trying to spread this group, right? To get more resources and ideas and mentors and mentees in my little group things in here so I can be an impact to the world in a positive way, right? Positive way. Because the more you grow that and the more you just positive and send somebody else out there to create their own little positive circle of things and people, it keeps spreading, guys. It keeps spreading. The knowledge, the power, all of this, It's all there for us. It's always been there for us. And I'm meeting a lot of people out there who are starting to realize that they can capitalize on that. That, you know, life isn't all happening against them or just crashing into them. You know, label yourself a freaking warrior, man. Label yourself an entrepreneur. I am some of the most powerful words in the entire existence of ever. Coming back out to the big. I am, man. It's huge. It just means like whatever comes after that is truly becomes who you are in your mind, especially when you keep telling yourself over and over, right? That'll start to really take hold and you'll start to carry yourself differently. I am fat doesn't get you to the gym. It's just weak, right? It's just like, you know, like I'm never gonna lose this. It's not gonna get you there. You're always in the back of your head as it gets hard, you're gonna be like, well, you're never gonna do it anyways. So why keep trying? And that was we were talking about lack of resourcefulness, of being able to just keep going and looking for other opportunities. If you're doubting yourself, right? If you're in these moods, I'm tired. Well, it's really hard to build a business because it takes like a lot of motherfucking time, like a lot of energy. So if you're always like tired, man, it must be really hard out there to get ahead. No wonder it's hard to get up off that line. You're so tired, huh? I'm just doing the line. What is everybody out here so tired of? Be like, oh man, I can't help you build that business. I gotta get a job.
You know what?
Okay, so come on over after your job. What's up?
It's not that you're tired, it's just because you're bored and don't want to do what you're
It's
doing.
because you don't have the passion for what you're doing. Because you're just whatever. You're just banging away on somebody else's thing. You know, find a way to free yourself from that thing. Join the Rodtheplanter. I'm gonna give you actual tools and weapons. I'm gonna teach you how to day trade. I'll do whatever I gotta do to help you guys out here profit. You know, to be successful at whatever it is you're trying to do. Musicians, artists, all you gotta do is come to me with a dream. Come to me with a dream and I'll show you how to build a business behind it.
Jacob Perry said, "Dan, look at you, you inspire me."
Dude, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to teach this plur shit as a lifestyle, man. You know, to really get people out here to really understand what it means to be in an organization, a community. But instead, like you said, you know where we come from. A lot of people are just there just to suck up, just to suck. It's about that migration from the crowd to the stage, man. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna really take this message to us and try and impact you guys. I hope I can, inspire you, even if it's just coming on a live show. If you don't ever buy a single book, you don't ever fucking buy anything from me, I'll keep doing this live show, and I hope you guys keep hanging out, man. That way you can watch. You can watch. I'll lay out the steps. I'll tell you every step of the way what I'm doing, guys, and this is what I'm doing. We went out to South by, networked. I didn't just go out there and trick off and party like we were anything we weren't. Shot some live show stuff for you guys. Taught some lessons along the way. Tried to, I met, like I said, some cool guys. We got together. We created this whole RTP Productions idea. Started throwing our own secret shows. Man, I got big things popping, man. I'm meeting other companies who are asking me for my services now. And that's great. I hope you guys are proud of me. See, I do. I'm glad. But I just hope that you're following along with me, man. I hope that we really just, like I said, follow along and watch, guys. And then just like I said, every day that the live show comes back, it's the new night. I love this nighttime shit. It's nice. Everybody's chilling, more relaxed, able to like hang out, not worried about work and shit. So, no, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out. It's going to be 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time over here in Tejas, ATX. What's up? Hey, I'm growing, but for now we're gonna call it ATX home base, and we're just gonna keep growing out of ATX. But like I said, guys, I appreciate you spending some time with us. Last thing I want to talk about was the spirit, right? There's many ways you control your spirit, and the best way is through meditation. And this meditation idea is simple. It's simple. What it does require is it requires you to remove. You gotta remove yourself from whatever group or thing or impulses or drives or situations, arguments with your girl, your financial situation. You can't just be sitting there sucked up in that, okay? You can't be walking around in life with I gotta get this job or everything's gonna fall apart blinders on and not being able to see opportunities, okay? You can't let the fact that you and your girl are squabbling or something to affect your business. Those have to be two separate things. That's why it's so important to take care of your relationship. with your girl because you don't want her doing that, stomping all over your fucking business. You want her to be growing that business with you, being a partner in a team. But that starts with you and the way you treat her, the way you treat yourself. The way we label ourselves is so important. I am, what are you? You know? Fill in the fucking blank right there. And then live that. Live whatever that means. Don't just fake it, because that's fake. Inside it's fake, and you're not gonna get enjoyment. You're not gonna get those feelings out of it that you want. But when you do say, you know, I am joy today. The fuck? I am. Yes. Today I'm joy. And when they come with that negativity or with a swerve, people hate to talk to me sometimes. You can't touch me. I'm unfuckwithable. Unfuckwithable. Marcus. Hey, Rod. I don't remember what I was doing. Yo, what's up, man? Oh, no, Oliver called me, matter of fact. That's even better. Oliver called me. Hey, Marcus wrecked the car. Oh, Marcus wrecked the car. Hey, see how quick he do you? See how your circle do you? He said, hey, Marcus wrecked the car. I was like, you with Marcus? Well, no, but Marcus driving. Nah, he didn't do it like that. But it was just that Marcus was driving. Anyways, they clipped somebody. I was like, oh. Okay. Yeah, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I'm like, all right, well, you know, come on home. Hey, can you come pick me up? No, fuck no, I can't come pick you up. It's traffic. I'm not driving all the way down. You get on the bus. You back. He did. He just busted on. Yeah, they metroed all the way home. It took him like 2 hours. They towed the car away. It's an old car. Hey, not the Beamer. Hey, everybody, take a deep breath. Not the Beamer. The Beamer's okay. It's a Lexus. But I told him, I was like, well, how much is the car? Like $2,000? I said, all right, well, check it out. Look, we down with the car. Well, you know, now they'd be like, oh, well, I can't get to work. Gotta quit my job. Gotta blah, right. Y'all start making all these excuses, man. I hate that stuff. Why didn't you get that job over there? Oh, it's just too far away, man. I couldn't walk. You couldn't ride that bike? I run the bike across town. I'll do it. That's what I said, how about this? I am motorcycle. There. Boom. Problem solved. That was an opportunity. Fuck that car. Didn't want that car no way. Now we can save on gas. It costs us, what, $2,500? You know? Now we be what, working? Hustling? Whatever. You know? But now look, I got a goal though. Look how much more empowering that is. I am motorcycle rather than, no.
I am no job.
I'm carless. What's I am carless? What's I am carless coming? What's the plan for I am carless? I can't get to work. I am no job. Why are you no job? Because I am carless. You see how this works? See how this I am titling shit works? I'm teaching you how to switch this whole label theory on his head and use it to your own advantage. Stop listening to everybody else. Stop fucking listening to what everybody tells you can and can't do. You can't, start a skateboard company. They keep telling me I can't have all the money in the world. I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to get it all. I want every single dollar. There. I want all so nobody else can talk about it no more. Nah, I got it all. All y'all fight about it. Now what? No, but I'm joking. I do want $7 billion. I want like $1 for every person. It's symbolic, money and shit. But no, my point is those labels. But if you make yourself, I am joy, I am determined, I am unstoppable, I'm great, I'm loving, I'm fucking awesome out here, man. I can start this business. I am awesome with my ideas.
You know what? For so long, I've been really fascinated with Japanese culture and shit, and I've always loved samurais in the way of Bushido and stuff. And I used to tell myself, like, yeah, samurai, I'm gonna study kendo, and I'm gonna like live Bushido and shit. And now people tell me, like, man, like, especially back when I had my afro, like, you look like Afro Samurai. And I'm like, that dude is black, animated, and his afro's green. What are you talking about? But they just like, oh, he's like a samurai, Afro Samurai. And I'm like, but they can feel it. It radiates out from you. It's an essence.
I wish that I got a positive. I think it's a positive. Okay, I get this positive vibe, right? Like when I meet people, I don't know where my business cards are, but I meet people and I think the first thing they think is like I'm a drug dealer or something, or I don't know what people think I do, right? Because they always come up to me and they're like, hey, how you doing? And I'm like, you work here or whatever? I'll be out, you know, on 6th Street or something, just be hanging out. Hey, what's up, man? You know, like, you got this. What do you do? I was like, you know, I just kind of teach people and stuff. Looking at me all funny. No, I tell them I'm a life coach, and their whole face will change. They'll be like, oh, how? And I'm like, are you surprised? Like, oh, I didn't, you know, or like it seems pleased. Most people are like, oh, wow, that's so cool, you know. But it's funny how am I a life coach? What does that even mean? Life coach. What does that do? Nah, I know exactly what I can do. But when I tell people that, like I said, that just that label alone will change their whole perception of me. They're like, oh, he's Jesus. Look at him. Hi, Jesus. I'm like, you haven't heard my pitch yet.
Shoot, during South by Southwest, we had 2 drunk girls stop. Like, they just pulled us over in the middle of our show talking about, like, hey, we need to talk to you.
Relationship advice, yeah. Like, give me some, should I leave my man or not? I'm like, we just had him talk about everything. And I'm like, you know, that's great. That's fine. You know, I appreciate that. I'll do that right there in the street for you. But it's funny how, I mean, you know, what if I told him I was a fry cook?
Swerve.
Get swerve. You know,
I keep my circle tight.
I'm sorry, no. We came as girls like, gotta go. You know? It's funny how the title is. So stop I am in your excuses and start I am in your greatness, man. This brain y'all got, it's powerful. I see some of y'all guys, you're working on your plans and you're scheming up. You know, you're like looking around, you're like, damn, Rod's doing it. You get your best buds. Like I said, don't keep your circle tight. Because you keep it tight full of bullshit, it's going to still suck. Keep it tight with quality. You know, keep people who are going to keep you uplifted, who are going to keep believing in you. You keep believing in yourself. If you have to separate yourself from people who aren't growing the way you are, then do. You know, and don't do it because you're spiteful. Do it because you have to. Because you grind it so damn hard and they're just not. That's what it comes down to me all the time. That's why now people have to pay me for my time. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I wish I could hang. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time for that shit. If it's not paying the bills, I got to move. Sorry. But, you know, so that's why, you know. But you are what you say you are. You are your business. You are, you know, your shitty relationship. You are the I can't get ahead because my parents didn't get ahead. You're all of those things if you say you are. If you let them tell you you are, you know. But we're all out here busting that shit up. Everybody here was told that they were something that they are not. At one point in their lives, and I've heard all their life stories, and at one point in our time, we were told, dude, all the way from the good and bad. I love my dude, see, my mentor, Chris Hartley. He always talks about people sometimes don't understand, like they accolade us. They would do this in the Army. You're so great soldiering, Rod. You're going to be the best soldier ever. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are. Look at you. You're going to be a lifer. You're going to do 20 years. Look at how they boxed me up because I was good. Because why else would I do anything else? You're already good. You already found your thing. You found your little income. I am soldier. Look how good you are at it. You should just totally do that now. You should just dedicate your whole life to that.
Good thing you didn't
Michael Jordan didn't even do that.
Hold on, time out. Y'all known me for 6 years, tops. Even people who knew me at the longest, I came in the military for 6 years. And from those 6 years, they said, I am soldier of whatever, everything. I hated being it. I hate it. It was a tiny little system that didn't let me grow. Because I would always look up and say, I can do your job, man. I should be able to, hey, why don't you teach me how to do your thing? Platoon sergeant, first sergeant, captain, all the way up. I'd look all the way up and say, man, I can run this whole organization. I can do all this stuff. If somebody would just, teach me, but no. They're like, nah. You gotta go here and do this, and you gotta, sit here for 6 months. And it doesn't matter if you grow in 2 weeks. Doesn't matter if you get all this stuff and you gotta stay. And you gotta pay your dues, and then you one day can, fuck that. That wasn't me. And that's what I hate. I couldn't stand when people try to label me that. The first thing I'll tell them is, you don't know me. I'll be good at anything. Put me at anything. What do you do? What do you do, Mister? I'm so good at soldiering. You're a computer technician. Show me. Show me 2 weeks. Bet you I'll be a computer technician computer technician you out of a job. I will. Because it's about persistence, man. It's about that undying want to learn from everything. So get out and learn something. Learn from somebody. I appreciate you coming, hang and learn something from me. Work on that, dude. It's a meditation. If you don't know shit about meditation, then just start right there. It doesn't matter if you have to do it for 30 seconds, you know, step out of a room real quick and just put your headphones on and turn them on. I am affirmations. Listen to some. Pull them up on YouTube, on SoundCloud, wherever you got to find them. Make up some of your own. That's the best, dude. Write 20 I am affirmations. I am the things that you want to feel. You know, hell, even the things that you want to have. Write those out. 20 bullet lines. Watch how much, if you say those every day, you know, take a second to yourself, if it's 15 minutes, an hour, whatever, and just, you know, sorry, I got to holler at my Instagram peeps too, because they be feeling me on this stuff, is, you know, just for however long, silence everything else, and just tell yourself the things you are. You don't have to, I got a couple minutes, I'm going to end on this, guys, you know, you don't have to spend all your time fighting everybody else labeling you. You just have to label yourself correctly. I didn't accept that. I said nah. I said nah. I lost my house. You know, we went back to square one. It set me back. Leaving the military did everything they said it would. And now here I am. And now what? No, seriously, man, don't let them tell you, good or bad. You be what you say you are. And when you don't feel like it, when you don't feel happy, when you don't feel passionate, when you feel tired, or when you feel angry or upset, go back and tell yourself, I am love. But he left me. I am love. But, you know, it's not working out the way I want. I am great. I'm awesome. It's all working out exactly the way it's supposed to for me. Tell yourself what you are. Just stop. Don't listen to anything else. What are you? What's your purpose? What are you here to do? Find it. Live it. Learn it. Don't get caught up in anything else but what you are. I am. I love you all. Rod the Planter. Come check us out on the Saturday special. Yo! Hey, and if you're catching us on YouTube, please subscribe.
Yes.
Please, please, please. Anybody out there, just tell a buddy to subscribe. If you've already subscribed, I'm trying to get 1,000 by my birthday. And that is a big deal to me, to us, to this thing that I got going on here, guys. So just show me some love. I'm loving you guys every day. I'm doing my best. I hope you enjoy. Thanks.
Okay, have a good night.
Peace, guys. See you on Saturday.